All right. Hi, everybody. Oh, I gotta send a blue sky thing. Bam. All right. So, um, as I was tweeting about earlier, as I was posting about earlier on Blue Sky, um, I realized that with Raylib and C, you really benefit from like pretty intense planning as to like how everything's gonna work in your game. So what I'm going to do here for the moment is my drawing pad is upside down. What I'm going to do here for the moment is try and decide exactly what I'm trying to do. Oh, actually, before we do that, we need to ask some questions. So first one is let's see, got the Raylib cheat sheet here, and I need to know, but does this function fail itself or not? I should figure that out before I make any plans. So we're just going to just put that in the draw method. Run a rectangle. Oh, I don't have rec. How does the rectangle type work? Uh, here's uh. Here we go. Let's just try that. Is there's no way that works, right? Whatever. Oh wait, actually that's God. Actually, I don't know how to call this. Let's just see if I can find an example. Um, Raylib examples. There we go. Cool. Let's just stick that. Boom. Rectangle rec. There we go. And then, okay, we start with a rectangle and then we round it. Draw rectangle rounded. Great. So, boop. Okay, so float roundness. Okay, so rectangle rec. Yep, great. Float roundness. Let's make that 5.0, 5.9, sure. 12 segments. Green. What broke? Oh, I see. Okay, so rec. Well, okay, so rec float in color. Okay, so there should be 4 arguments. Okay, let's just get rid of these. Where's... Okay, let's just put, I don't know, 40... 40. Nope, that didn't work either. Okay, there we go. How about that? Nope. Good screen height. Does that work? Nope. It's 250. Okay, divide by 2. Finally, and it didn't actually draw anything. What? Why did it not draw anything? Let's do 400. Still didn't draw anything. Okay. Okay, where did... Okay, so my rectangle rec equals... Okay, so it does look like draw rounded rect. Okay, so draw rect. Okay, so it does fill. Okay, good to know. I'll figure out how to actually use the function later, or right now. Okay, so the question. Oh, I need to have my chat up on my other screen. That. Okay. Thank you, Samuel. I missed your struct with XY with right. So it's just XY. Yeah, let's make my thing better. Great. Boop. All right. Turn the music down slightly. Okay, so that's good. So the question is draw rect rounded filled. Yes. Okay, great. So that's the data structure. Okay, so basically my plan is... Oh, and then there's also a line in the example, so we can use that for sure. How does the line work? Segments... This doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, so roundness increases the roundness. That makes sense. Bigger, taller. What does it mean mode manual? Okay. I don't understand. Okay, so draw rounded lines is the other thing we need. Okay, great. So with these two, we should be able to render a card. No problem at all. So yeah, so we need rounded, and we need draw rounded lines, and that should allow us to make a card with the lines around it. Great. And then I have my Bezier tool. I should show that off real quick, actually, just for those who haven't seen it, which is all of you, because I haven't shown it off publicly. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Okay, there we go. So you can see I can pick them up, I can drag them, I can move them around, whatever. I don't have a save feature yet, so we'll have to figure that out if I want to use this. For the moment, I think I just want to, like, where I would put the symbol, I'll just put a placeholder with a different color. So we'll just have each, we got 4 suits, we'll just have each of the suits be a different color. So let's actually decide that real quick while I'm still planning things out. So hearts is red, spades is black, diamonds is yellow, and what was it? Clubs is blue. Okay, so that's that basic. Okay, let's see. Let me make the hardness 100. we go. So we don't have to worry about like these half pixels. There we go. That's better. And so right now, what my card program does is it shuffles the deck and it shows you the cards, and it can tell you. Right. Well, yeah. So it does red and black. And so what I want to do is first thing first. Let's just upgrade this so it actually shows you. So it actually shows you a card image. So we need draw, run, and direct. Oh, how does layering work? Right. So is it? I think it's just like if I have the number, like I think like the most recent thing, like overwrites whatever is below it. I think that's how it is. Okay, so let's see. Let's find the Raylib example. Okay, let's just okay. How does draw rect work? Okay, so well, okay. Okay, so it's 4 floats. Okay, great. So let's just draw. Okay, draw a rectangle. Okay, so let's see. Rectangle test rec equals. So it's just let's just make it so width. What was it? XY width height. Okay, so XY. So let's make that screen width over 2 screen over 2. Let's just make it 300 by 300. Great. And then the draw rectangle rect fade. How does that work? Oop. Okay, great. So we'll just, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to go down to our sort of drawing segment. There we go. What do I call it? Test rect? Yeah, test rect. So we shouldn't, okay, so this is under, okay, so this should overwrite some of the text. Test rect, let's make it black, I guess. What happened? Rectangle rect. It takes 2, okay. Oh, because, okay, I think it's what it's doing is test rect. Okay, test rect, okay, so does that need a semicolon? Is that what's complaining about? That would make sense. Okay, so that does want a semicolon. Great. And then it takes 4 floats. Okay, let's just do the math by hand for now. So width and then height. So width Okay, so height is 450, so that would be 225.0. And then this is 400. 400.0. Okay, that still didn't work. An integer what do you mean on integer constant? What? Wait, why? So why are we casting to floats here if it's... So once I don't know what fade means, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, well, I guess it wants ints, so I guess we're doing ints. Expected. Oh, I see. Okay, I don't. It doesn't. It just needs to be rect, not test rect. There we go. Okay. Well, I missed. Let's make that. I don't know. Wait, actually, we can just. When am I drawing this? The 190, 200. Okay, that should work. Nope. Oh, I see. 170? What do you mean? Oh, I see, moving sideways. I want to be moving it up by subtracting here. 170. Okay, great. So if I move it to 150, or... Okay, so that does overwrite. Great. Now if I swap the order of these... Okay, so that works as I expect it to, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so it's just last. Let's just turn this off for a sec. Okay, last render. So that answers that question. What other questions do I have? Well, okay, so my Bezier tool, I have no way of saving right now. So that'll be useful later. What I really want to do is just put it into a txt and then sort of just copy paste it and put it in my new thing, because I don't have to... I don't know how to get programs to interact in C at all. So we're gonna have to worry about that. I know that you like include whatever.h. Okay, so now that we've answered, I think, most of the questions I need answered, what are we doing? So the first thing I need is a more precise... so I need a more precise calculation for the color. So instead, it's currently red and black. What it needs to be is... so I have a number from 1 to 52, and we're using the what is my programming education? So I took some programming in high school, using in Java for the AP. I didn't super enjoy it, but you know, I did it. And then I've been doing on and off hobby programming ever since. So I've played around with Rust a little bit. I've played around with Godot a little bit. I guess I'm basically self-taught at this point. Um, I would say because I am much older than a high schooler, so most of my education would have come from after I graduated high school. I guess I did a little bit of Python in college, um, but yeah, for C specifically, I'm self-taught. Right, I don't have any. I've not never received like tutoring or anything on it. Oh, actually, no. I haven't received direct tutoring. Self-taught for a decade. Okay. Have you done anything cool with C? Anyway, I'm gonna. So I need. I'm using new deck order in my code, so I need to remind myself how that all works. And and do you usually use C, or is it some other? Okay, here we go. Okay, so if I divide by. Okay, so we can just make that a switch. Unreal C++. So those are two technologies I actually avoid. So I was playing. I was doing a thing on my. I haven't done it in a while, but I was doing a thing on my channel where I was playing a bunch of free Steam games. That doesn't look like games at all, right? And all of the Unreal ones perform like ass. Like they're all just really slow. Like there's a 2D Metroidvania that was made in Unreal, and it was just like really slow. It didn't like I had frame drops just in certain sections jumping around the map in a 2D like pixel art game. And then I hear C++ is just like really annoying. All right. Well, I'm glad I'm not offending you by telling you that I don't like the technologies you work with. But yeah, that's been my experience. 4.2.6. They're on Unreal 5 now, right? It's like a 5 something. Get Unreal. It won't tell me what the version number is. Five point five. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so 5.x. I believe it. I know that I've played a lot of Borderlands 2. And that was, I think, Unreal 3. And I would say Borderlands 2 is pretty good. Not just good, but it's also it runs on kind of everything. It runs on a toaster. And Unreal has very much sacrificed the whole runs on a toaster thing. I think it was outdated even for the time Unreal 3, but yeah, they've I'm not surprised it's gotten worse. Lumen and Nanite, yeah. Magic macros, engineering feat. Okay. Oh, so is that just like I know that there's some stuff you can do where like if you're compiling on like that sort of thing. I really so I actually started learning Rust, so I didn't have to learn C++, and then turns out Rust is hard, and the reason it's hard is because it's solving all of the problems with C and C++, right? But these problems don't exist unless you use these languages, and you don't use these languages unless you're a turbo nerd like me, which is what I'm doing. I don't need the performance, or you need the performance. So like when I was using Rust, it was solving a bunch of problems I didn't have. And so it's just like, why am I doing this to myself? And eventually I switched to Godot, which is an interpreted, like it uses GDScript, which is interpreted, which is better in a lot of ways, but, you know, I'm broadening my horizons here, so, yeah. Anyway, so let's see. So, Okay, so it's... Okay, so let's see. I could make this a switch, but that would require me to remind my... No, let's remind myself how switch statements work. Okay, let's just do that as a switch statement. It's okay. Markup, metadata, stuff. Okay. This is all... it's really easy to pull its cord out. Thank you for noticing that. Yeah, if I spent an equivalent amount of time, working on my own, I would accomplish way more in the same amount of time. But I like streaming, so I'm streaming, and I like people stopping by and chatting, so that's what I'm doing. I eventually do have to go back to the topic, but not too worried about it. So yeah, we got the switch for suit, and then we take the suit, and we got another switch for color, and then we're gonna do a rounded rect. Well, I guess we always do a rounded rect, right? So it's like a rect in white and a black border. And I'm not going to worry about it for right now. But I think I do want my card to be a struct. And the reason for that is I'm going to want to be able to like pick them up and move them around and stuff. And if they're all packed together in a struct, that I can just say, okay, the struct has an X and a Y. And I can just move the whole thing around. And probably a scale too. And I need to figure out how to... Well, for rounded rect, it's just XY width height, so I can just like scale that times whatever. I eventually want to integrate the Bezier, right? The heart shapes and whatever. And I know that scaling these is going to be a little weirder because of how I've set it up. Because in Raylib you have, right, it's plus Y and plus X, which means that if you're on the canvas, you're always a positive number, and when you scale something, you want it to be at the origin at 0, 0. So what I probably have to do is do some sort of transformation to move my thing to the origin, but that requires like putting them, like figuring out what the middle is. So if I have a heart shape, right, I have to figure out what the middle of the heart shape is, and that's like non-trivial. And then I have to take that and like put it at the origin like this, right? So only this is like visible in the render screen. And then I can start like moving, like sort of shrinking and growing and stuff. And all of that just so like if I mouse over the card, if I drag it or whatever, it'll like, it's supposed to throb a little bit. So that whole thing I'm probably not going to worry about today. We're just gonna try and get the suits rendering correctly and in the right size and shape. Maybe I'll have it so I can click and drag it around. I'm not sure. Okay, so I need to figure out how to get rounded rect working. Okay, float roundness. So okay, so I need both of these. Okay, so we need a rect. It's a rect is just a rectangle is just a okay. Let's try drawing these instead of what I'm doing right now. So we don't need this void stuff. Okay, great. So round rectangle rect. Okay, great. Okay, I think I called mine test rect or test rect. Test rect, yeah. There goes my music. History. Structure my card. Yeah. Yeah, and then make a function to render the card. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. So kind of my philosophy is I never want to assume something that'll work. I want to build something that works and then build a thing on top of that, and so on. And so and basically because I don't know how any of this works, I'm not gonna trip over my own shoelaces all the time. I'm gonna like do the bare minimum to get like the basics working, and then once I understand that, once I know all that stuff, then I can build on top of it. Um, so like for example, this is a pretty simple program, right? All it does is you click, right? You can drag these around. This took me like probably 10-15 hours to figure out. And it would have taken longer if I had just been like, okay, I'm going to do the whole program at once. I built the functionality of like clicking and like moving, like the functionality of just like when you click, you get a point. And then once that worked, I built on top of it. And I think that's a good way to go. And like deleting points was like really annoying and hard. And also just sort of solve easier problems first. So what I'm going to do here is float roundness. Let's just say, I don't know, 6.0. Int segments, let's just say 12. I don't know. Color is going to be black again. And then yep, same thing. 6.0. This probably is going to crash for reasons. That's just how this goes. Alright, let's make that green. Okay, so that appears to have done something. Let's get rid of that for the moment. Okay, so we don't want it to be that round. Okay, roundness. Okay, wait, roundness is a float? Roundness is a float. Okay, let's make that like 2. Why did that not fix anything? Huh. Okay. Is it between 0 and 1? So let's make that like 0.3. Or 0.2 is fine, yeah. Okay. Maybe a little rounder than that. 0.4? Oh, and I want to thickness. There's no thickness option, huh? Okay, here we go. I want to use this one instead. Float around. Okay, so that's the same. Only it has a thickness. Okay, so let's just I'm not using Visual Studio because it rendered like the what do you call it? It's just slow because it's built on Atom, and that was really annoying me when I was briefly using it. But I do kind of miss the sort of like auto completion, like it'll tell you like what a method needs. Although I think you can just mouse over it, and how does this work? I think I saw it. Okay, whatever. 0.4. Segments is 4. Float line thick, let's make that like 1.2. Make that green again. Get rid of this. Okay. Let's make this, actually, let's make this blue. Oh, actually, and I want to draw this on top, don't I? Alright, there we go. Wait, the draw rectangle, oh, so Wait, draw a rectangle. Wait, how does the example work? Draw rounded lines. Draw rectangle rounded lines. Boom, boom, boom. My roommates are home. Hi, I'm here. I'm streaming.
You know what happened?
Yup. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Alright, what was I doing? Okay. So here's the wreck. So it looks like... It looks like what they're doing is just drawing two rectangles, one of which is like overriding the other, right? Wait, draw rounded lines. What is... Okay, so there isn't actually a draw rounded lines thing, it's just filling it in white, I guess? Is that how that works? Rack roundness, in segment, side segment. Okay, I don't actually understand how this works. So... Okay, here's our default rectangle. Clear background. Draw rectangle, rounded lines. Which is what I've got. Okay. Let's just comment that out. Okay, so that is exactly what it does. Okay, great. So we just want the thickness to be like, make that like 20. Wait, why did that not work? Oh, it's segments and thickness. Okay, great. So yeah, 12 is fine. Let's make that 12. Okay, so there's our thickness. Now we can uncomment this. Okay, so the aspect, the shape is completely wrong. It's supposed to be a 2.5, sorry, like a 5 to 7 ratio. That's what normal cards are, so we're gonna get that working. Let's just make it, okay, width height, okay, XY width height, right? So let's make that 250 by 350. Nope, what did I do? Huh. Oh, I think it's just too round. Okay. Let's make that 0.3. We're getting there. Okay, yeah, that's pretty card looking. I think we can go a little lower even. 0.15. Okay, so that's roughly what I want it to look like. We can move this up, I guess. Wait, that is how big a playing card is, right? Yep, 2.5 by 3.5. Huh, it looks a little... Like, here's a playing card. So I run my code. Not only is it, okay, it's still 2 round. Also, for just by coincidence, this card I'm holding in my hand is like almost exactly the same size if I hold it up to my screen. That's kind of funny. Okay, so that's just the index. Okay, we want... Okay, so I actually want the number, right? So it's from 1 to 13. Okay, so... Number to color, index of cards. Okay, so... The number to color thing, but we actually want... we're gonna get rid of this for now. Okay, so we're just, and then just, okay, so it's message 10 and for binary. And then I guess I just want, index. Yeah, index message 10. And then the rest of my code doesn't have to change, I think. Okay, so there's my index, great. But actually I don't want the index, I want the, cards of index. So this should give me just a random number. Yep, okay, great. Oh, but I actually don't want that either. I want, how was I doing it? So it's spades, hearts, clubs. Okay, spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds. So I just divide that by 13. Wait, no, I want to divide that by 4. Okay. I should never get 0, so I think I just want to add 1 to that. Okay, actually, let's get rid of the shuffle. Two, 3, 4. Okay, this is okay. Okay, no, that's okay. Something's not right here. Okay, let's just get rid of the divide. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we don't want the +1 either. So this should be... Alright, so it's gonna be spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds, right? Yeah, spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds. So at 10, 11, 12, 13, and then it should be hearts. Yep, there we go. Okay, so... Okay, so let's see if index is greater than 13. Else it'll oh, it's less than 13. We do this. Cards of index over 4. Search. Okay, let's put this on this separate line just to make it consistent. Okay, so let's just, and then we just wait 13 seconds for that to climb up to 13. Oh, it should be mod 4. Wait, mod 4 will just always work, right? Oh, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. 2. Oh, no, it should be mod 13. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, now that'll give me a 0 occasionally, which I don't want. 0, 1. 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 to 0. Okay, so we can just add 1. Oh wait, but that doesn't... Okay. Okay, let's just say, for now, 0 equals ace. And then there's a way to make the size different. Number color. Is that the size? Can we make that like 40 and then I'll make the text bigger? It will, yes. Okay, great. And then we just move that over maybe 50. Nope, that moved it up. Oop. Nope. There we go. 1. Great. And then we're going to figure out, we're going to put a switch statement here. I tried music giving you flashbacks, huh? Yeah, I just, this is basically just what I was listening to before I went live, so we're, you know, that's what I'm going to do for the moment. Which game specifically is this? It's not saying. I think this is, I want to say this is Super Metroid, but I haven't played a ton of the series. Okay, so actually we want to say if, so it's spades, hearts, what is it? Yeah, spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds, so I'm just going to do a bunch of ifs for now. Alright, now let's do a switch. So, black, red, blue, yellow. And then I want to draw, I guess I'll just draw a square for now, so we can just say, okay, we want to move across, we move over by, so it's XY, so we want to move over to maybe 240, 200. Wait, no, because it's the top corner, so it's 240, maybe 150. Oh yeah, and also some of this code is written in the Godot style of a snake case, so code reads a little weird. I'll fix that eventually, probably. So let's see, draw rectangle. Okay, so we can just use draw rectangle. That's good enough. Okay, so boop. I don't actually know how font sizing works, so we're just gonna eyeball it. Like it's based on the font itself. You don't just get an absolute value, no matter what font you're using, I think. We can just do and then color. Okay, and then we're just gonna okay, number to color, yep. Let's just we'll just copy paste this code. Which flashbacks have you not flashbacks? Which Metroids have you played, by the way? C0. While I look up how to do a switch statement in C. Okay, so alright. Okay, switch. There we go. Okay, so the Wii Prime. Oh, okay. Wait, the original NES? Huh. Okay. Yeah, I've tried to play the NES and the Game Boy one, and I just couldn't quite get into them. I've heard good things about the about Prime, but okay. So let's just say int temp equals I divided by 13. And then just switch I. Case 1. All right. Can I just return? Can I just say return? And that doesn't need a break, I think. I think that's how that works. Case 2. Turn red. Red. Case 3. Return blue. Oop. Right, because return has an implied just like get out of the method, right? Because you can do an early return. Default is return what's the color I haven't used yet? Return purple. Okay, let's get rid of the comment here. Get rid of the comment here. And then get rid of that. Make sure there are okay, good. Keep that comment. Okay. Oh, because blue, right, because, okay. So, let's see, I need this to be not blue. Let's make that, I guess this needs to be gray. Do we have gray? Is that a color? No, it's easier just to run it. Okay, Raylib has an opinion on how you're supposed to spell gray. 4. Oh, and then we want 0, 1, 2, 3, I guess. Okay, so black, red, blue, yellow. Okay. Wait, actually, so I haven't shuffled the deck, so this is all spades. So I want to have a draw text. Text. Oh wait, I already have the draw text. Wait, how's this? How does my own code work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm using a mod here. I should just use mod down here, right? That's how that works? Mod 13? Nope, that's worse. No, it should be mod 4, maybe? Nope. How do I do this? So I'm trying to divide it into... Okay, so there's 4 possibilities. So if I equals... No, because it's... Right, because how I've organized this is basically... We have the number 1 to 52, and 0, or 1, 13 equals spades, right? So... What I'm trying to do is... If I divide by 13, then... Okay, so dividing by 13, right? 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, so let's just use the raw index here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And this should go up to 26, I guess? Or it should actually go up all the way. 13. Right, so it's just counting off. Great. And I'm trying to divide it into... If I mod 13, wait. Mod 13 gives... Okay, wait, so I basically want 1, 13, right? So one operation that... Nope.
You know where the Rosie is?
No. I do not. sorry. How did... Okay, so let's see. So if I use mod, then that use new one. Yeah, so that doesn't... And this early return thing does, if I say temp equals... Okay, so temp equals like 2, right? Why is it... Oh! There we go. It's not even... It wasn't even switching for I, it was switching for... Okay. Okay, here we go. So what does that do? Okay, great. So if I divide by 13... There we go. So that's the behavior I want. 10, 11. Okay, and I can just increase the frame rate here. This is kind of a hack. I'm making the frame rate like... So target FPS. Yeah, so just make that 4 to make sure this actually works. Okay, great. So... Go clubs, diamonds... Okay, great. So... Now if we turn the shuffle back on... Okay. So that appears to work. Huh. That took way less time than I thought it would. Let's turn the FPS back down to 1. Where's the target FPS? There we go. So we've now got the shuffle deck. And it's giving me 1 of 4 suits in the correct color as I want it. Huh, okay, so that's actually all of the functionality I wanted to work on today. Feel bad cutting the stream short though. So what's the next step? I guess it's displaying like multiple cards. I guess if we advance through it by clicking or something. Yeah, so this is a very ugly basic display of card. I know this is I know this has been a short stream. But I actually do kind of want to end it here. I'll come back. I don't know, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. Well, actually, no, wait. Before we end the stream, let's get my Bezier tool able to export. So, as a reminder, we got the Bezier tool. It gives you Bezier. You can draw stuff with it. You can delete points, and that's kind of fun. And then it's actually only 1 line of code to actually render it once you're done. It's just this. And then everything else is just like setting that up. So I actually included a way to disable looking at the points and stuff. Makes it very hard to use, but you can do it. So yeah, I only need this, and then we just need like, what is it, like an array of points and the number of points, I think. How does it work? Draw spline Bezier cubic. Minimum. Okay, so 2 control points. Wait, how does this? Draw spline Bezier. Okay, so it is just a vector 2 of points, a point count, and float. Okay, great. So So in theory, what we could do is just have it be an array. Right, we could just say, all right, array of vector 2, and then like get the size at runtime. And then we just call this one line of code, and then we've got our suits going. So now I need to figure out I/O for C. Right. And someone suggested JSON. I could do JSON. Okay, let's see. So file equals Okay, so first things first, I need to make a text file, which is file new file save as, let's call this Bezier data.txt. Great. Okay. Okay, so we have file f equals open, comma right. Okay, and that's okay. So let's just make sure this is what we want to be doing. Okay, so Bezier complete rewrite. Okay, so wait, no, that would just like rewrite to the. It would just like write every loop. I want to write once. So let's just write. Where's main? Okay, so main starts here. Great. I guess we can show. No, because I need to figure out if everything. The only way I can figure out if something changed is like to loop through like all of the data I had last frame and compare it to the data this frame. Then I don't really want to have to do that. Maybe I just say like I'll just like choose a button. Let's choose I don't know, let's just choose Z. I don't know. Let's see, right? Because okay, let's see. If S pressed. Oh gosh, I'm thinking about. I saw this dumb tweet about someone's pseudocode having a memory leak, and it's just it's getting to me. Okay, so if S is pressed, save, and you do that by taking the current array and printing it. I want to print it in a format where it's really easy to. So I guess I need to write a method for that. Because the style of this code is bad because nothing's in a method or nothing's in a function. Like basically all of this should be functions, but it's not because I didn't want to deal with functions at the time I was writing it. But I guess we can just make a function. It's fine. Let's see. So if press save, and how do I save? Well, actually first I want to clear the okay, so save. Well, wait, actually no, because I want to. Oh gosh. So now we get into weird territory of like the easy way is just wipe the file, put new data in, and Bob's your uncle, right? But that means that I can't store more than one. That means I can't store. I want 4 different Bezier curves, right? I need a heart, a diamond, a spade, and a club. And I can only store one if I do that. If I do this. Um. Hmm. Hmm. So actually, I just realized I don't know like half the stuff I need to know for like basic file I/O in C, because I usually just don't do save functionality in the games I've made, um, for exactly this reason of you have to structure your data in a certain way. I guess that's what JSON like. How does JSON even work? I'm trying. Okay, so basically you have JSON like nested objects. Okay, but how do the delimiters work? Just copy this into dang Notepad++ just to like look at it better. Save as. Okay, so that's the whole delimiter for the whole thing, and then we've got first name John for last name, right? Okay, so that's the address, which is okay. I got the phone numbers. Spouse equals null. Okay. Gosh. So what I kind of want to do is just, all right, let's just change this back. Let's change this back to txt. Yes, replace it. So what I want to do is basically, like I want to append it, and then I can manually take things back off later. So I just want to have sort of end only, and then save append. Okay, so we just need to append to text file C. Oh, okay. Cool. So wait, is it literally just 2 lines of code? Okay. Um, just A, I guess. And then F print F. How does F print F work? F print F. And then I guess backslash n. Oh, it's to the backslash. Okay. F print F, great. And then cool. And then we just say if key equals s f print f gaming. And then if we run that code, oh, that didn't work. Okay, and then how is this code doing it? It's file. How's F? Wait, F. Let's see. File pointer, const char, string. Okay, so we just need wait. File. Okay, so file pointer, const char, string. Okay, and then we only need two arguments. Okay, so fprintf. Okay, so let's say it's a file pointer, which is. Do I need to call it f star or star f? Pointer. Okay, cool. Cool, and then if I ARS. Cool. Did that not work? BusyData.txt. Why did that not work? Fprintf. Const char string. Okay, let's just say q equals. Well, no, because it should always q equals 3. It should always append at least once, right? Fprintf. Char. Okay, here's our char. Okay, so I equals 2, right? Okay, I don't understand what all this is. Let's just run it again. Okay, so now if we have Bezier, sure, let's save that. So every time I run it, it should append Bezier.txt, and it didn't append anything. Okay. It's like, but it's not returning an error either. Now pointer equals, okay. Okay, so I'm opening this. I do nothing. Okay, that's exactly what I'm doing. Sound iota.h, which I have. Okay, but why is it not doing anything? File pointer equals fopen. What if I take this star away? It broke. Okay. File pointer. Okay. File. Okay. So that's that. Okay. So it's initializing that. File pointer. I'm opening it with append. What happens if I open it with write? Okay, great. There we go. Busy data. Refresh. Is there a refresh? Do I need to refresh? I know. I think that Raylib makes printing not work for some reason. Or print F. Maybe it's just there's all this stuff in the console that I can't find when I'm actually printing. Compile. Okay, got some warnings here. Okay, let's try. Let's try this in the while loop. Nope, it's suppressing it. What does okay, disable print debug console. Okay, so this is what is this? Unisted? Okay, let's just import that. Okay. And did we write anything here? Nope. Did we print anything to the console? Nope. And it's not because I need to reload this. Is it file open busydata.txt? And I didn't spell it wrong, did I? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so now busy data. Yes, there we go. Okay, let's do it. Do an append. Kill. Yep. Okay, great. Now busy data. Yes, I do want to reload it. Gaming. Okay, great. So wait, it printed twice. So wait, what? Okay, just oh, because it append. Okay, it's append, right? Okay, got it. It is appending. That's what I want. That's the behavior I want. Okay, let's see. Funky games. I don't know, I'm digging the Metroid. Let's do some more Metroid. Oh, actually, I should. I was listening to this. And now I am listening to this. There we go. Great. So now we just append. And I'm doing this caveman style. So I'm basically just appending it to a file, and then I'm going to manually copy it from one file from the file to the from the file to the method I need, and then Okay, so now we need to figure out how to. Okay, so and this is gonna be annoying to debug because it's gonna be printing to a file rather than to printing to a. Wait, can I just print F? It's F. Nope, it's not printfing. Okay, fprintf works though. Okay, great. So we'll just not do that then, I guess. I'm sure there's a way to get it working, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is so we need a method to. I could just do it in global scope. I could just do it in here, and it will be fine. Okay, so we're just gonna fprintf open bracket, great, for int I was 0, I less than or equal to last valid. Wait, actually, f print f. And then colon. How does it work? Okay, it's good. Printf. Okay, printf number. Okay, it's string and decimal, I think. Okay, so we want colon d or percent d. Okay, printf. Yeah, colon d for decimal. Great. Right, percent d for decimal, and then int last valid point equals and then we can just add a semicolon here. Last valid point equals, last valid point. Okay, great. Now, point I plus plus. F print F. Oh wait, no wait. It needs to be a vector 2. It needs to be a vector 2. So it's a. Okay, how do I initialize a vector 2 with a bunch of values in it? How does that work? Okay, so we're doing that. We're doing a semicolon there. So if we initialize last valid point, and then get new vector 2. Vector 2 is a struct. Okay, so want a vector to printf. Oh wait, I can just put a. I can get rid of a print statement here. Colon D. Semicolon. Okay, so that. Okay, let's test this code. Oh, I broke something. Okay. Nope, I still broke something. Okay, where did I go wrong? Makes a pointer. What? On line 69. Pointer for an integer. That what? Oh, f print. Okay, right. I'm just using the wrong syntax. Here we go. F right. F comma. There we go. And then base A data has been written to. Okay, great. So if I have this window open and I press 3, nothing happens. Yes. Okay, great. So that does work. Oh, I see the issue here. Well, no, because I'm just gonna copy paste it manually. Okay, so let's get rid of this and final. Save that. Great. Okay, last value point equals whatever, and then we print f. Wait, a vector 2 full of stuff is just. Oh, it's only by okay. Okay, vector 3, right? So vector 3. So it's just vector 2 and then okay, great. So that's okay. So we can do that. And here. Okay, so f print f comma vector 2 great. Okay, let's just sanity check myself real quick. Vector 2 lots of points equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if that runs. It does not. expected. Oh, I didn't provide something column. Okay, there we go. Okay, that still doesn't work. Position equals vector 2. No, I want an array. Books. This looks interesting, but do I need actually? Do I want maybe this? Don't think so. Oh no, do I need to do some weird casting shit? Vector 2 1 2. Oh no, it's no, because I need to say how many vector 2s I have. So I want 100. Lots. Like, let's do 10, so I can just fill it out. Wait, how does this? Why are vector? Okay, why is this so annoying? Okay, so I just want an array of vector 2. Vector 2 var. Okay, yeah. Well, I know how to do that. What I'm trying to do. Okay, so I mean, I'm sort of meta programming here. What I'm trying to do is I want to hard code a series of vector 2s. So I have right. So we want to have like 10, 0 as 1, and then like 22, 5. It's as one long vector 2 var. Do I just how does this work? Is it just because it would be basically I'm writing code in my C program because I want to be able to just copy paste it when I'm done. So I guess it would have to be a vector 2. Can I just all right, so let's see. Vector 2 test 10 equals, and then can I just like zero, 1. So that'll fill all with 0, 1. That shouldn't crash my program. It does not. Okay, great. But if I want to do like 0, 1, 1, 2, three, 4. So I guess I'd do that as 3. Oh, that's a F3. I want 3. There we go. That does crash my program. Okay. Expect braces missing braces for initializer. Okay, so that also crashes my program. Okay. Expected expression around before. Like this is what I'm trying to do. I don't know. Okay, so I do have to cast it every time. Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and then thank you for helping me with this. All right. And comma. Just well, your guess is probably better than mine. And that doesn't crash. Yay. Okay, so it doesn't crash, which means it worked, probably. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do this sort of thing. So okay, f print f to vector to what would I call this? Just like Bezier data of, and then we colon, and then of colon d last valid point. Last valid point equals and then I guess I'll do the open curly. Great. Now we do the for loop. At this point, it might even be easier to just actually do this properly, but I'm committed to this point. So we need yes, we need vector. Okay, so we're just gonna do that. Oop. We don't want that. Wait, actually, no, I do want that. There we go. Vector 2 of colon D, or not colon, why am I saying colon? Percent D, where those two are points of I dot X, points of I dot Y. There's my semicolon, and then I also need a closing, and then right. So that's that. We're just printing all that. All right. Boom. And then we're just going to also print f print f. Oh, also want to backslash n that. F print f. Comma. What a closing curly. Yeah, okay. Closing curly semicolon. Okay, great. Press the 3 button. Okay, first of all, let's get rid of these gamings. I don't need those anymore. Where else does it say gaming? Okay, great. So I don't, yeah, so great. That's working. Okay, and now let's run this program again. Okay, we got 4 points. All right, we press 3. It has been modified. Yep. That's not helpful. Well, first of all, let's make sure this code doesn't crash my program, because that would put us on the right track. Oh, it does crash my program. Great. What do you mean, colon? What? Wait. Oh, I forgot to put the fucking commas. Okay, great. Okay, press 3. Close this. Open this. Oh, wait, no. Okay, let's get rid of all this. File, save. Great. Now, run this program. Make a couple points just for fun. Great. Oh, no, wait. Oh, gosh. Run the program. Make a couple points. Press 3. Close the program. Reload this thing. That's dumb. Okay, great. So now now we need to fprintf if I not okay. If I is not equal to last valid point, fprintf f comma, there we go, great, semicolon. Okay, press 3, press escape, reload this. Okay, let's see if this crashes the program or not. Hey, it works! Okay, now I just need to actually properly get the data in there. How do I access... Okay. Okay, so it's always giving me 0 because the colon. Okay, my colon D. Okay, so points of I. Right, points of I. Why are they always 0, 0? Okay, wait. Actually, I know I was doing that here. If points of i.x is greater. Okay, that actually. Okay, so points of i.x is a valid way to access the array, right? So it's points of i.x. But why is it always... Okay, let's... Okay, so... Okay, so press 3. Yes, it's been reloaded. Okay, so it's still giving me all zeros. Okay. Oh, and also 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't just directly use last valid point. Int capacity equal. Wait. Wait, why am I doing last valid point twice? What's going on here? Okay, vector base data, index of 3. Oh, okay, so let's just backslash n here. Run this. Guess it's been reloaded. Great. So that's great. Okay, so we just need to f Control X, Control V. Why is it okay? Why is point of I always giving me? Why is that always giving me 0? Points of I. Okay, so okay, vector 2. Okay, so everything is getting initialized to 200, and then when I actually write to it, I am putting it in an arbitrary spot. But then it's getting read as 0. Let's just clear this all out, so I don't confuse myself. Message, set, size. Okay, let's just do, instead of less of a point plus 1, let's do, oh wait, that'll crash at the rate. So let's do if last valid point is greater than 0. Okay, let's just count this out for now. Wait, no, I did it wrong. Lose my brain here. It'll points of 0 dot x. And it crashed. Okay, what did I do wrong? Points of 0. Wait, how do I? Message 10. Okay, so it's reading correctly. So what's the problem here? Points of I dot x. No, that's it. Okay. Yeah, because I'm turning the int here into a. And everything else works, right? Okay, I've got my points. Right, I'm pressing 3 to save it. Get my busy data. Yes, I want to reload it. Last valid point is 3. Busy data was 4. So the colon D's are working. What's wrong here? So yeah, 0.6 100. We're initializing all of them to 200. Okay, let's just choose an arbitrary point. Let's just choose an arbitrary number to see if it works that way. So points of, I don't know, 50. There we go. I'll leave the other one be. Okay, press 3. Reload. Oh, I need to actually, okay. Okay. Yes, I want to reload it. What? Okay, I don't know why this is not working. Because we got an int here. This is why is it not? Can we just do 50? Okay. Okay, so regular ints work. I'm not going insane. Okay, I'm only going slightly insane here. Regular ints work, but if I access the number in points of I, and the xy thing is working because that's because I'm getting points of, you know, right, I'm getting the first, well, actually I guess it should be greater than 1 here. Here's my 8OL. Greater than or equal to 0. There we go. Alright, if I move that, that moves, that point. Yeah, so this is all working. So that's working. I can even, it's even like updating in real time. So like the .x-axis method works. What is colon, okay. What does colon D mean? All right. X.xf. Vector numbers are float. Wait, okay. So I need x. Oh, okay. So instead of crashing, it's just converting it. Okay, so let's see. 50. Okay, I can keep 50 there. Points of I dot colon x colon. Wait, is it? So colon f is a floating point, so I just do colon f here, and that just works. Will that just work? Okay, great. Got 3 points. Pressing the 3 button, escape, boom. Reload, yes. Okay, that appears to work. Thank you. We're just gonna boom. And I would love to trim the zeros, but we're just gonna ignore the jank for now. There we go. Press buttons. Okay. Make some points. Press 3. Reload, yes. There we go. And then step back my program, see if that actually doesn't crash. Run. It still crashes, okay. Okay, so 55 is that line. Conflicting types for data have vector 4. Okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, there's 4 vector 4s, so there's 2, 4. Busy data equals. Oh, I see. Okay, if we get rid of that, does it work? Is it literally just overlapping file types? I hope so. It doesn't crash. Yay, it works. Okay. Xstat. Okay, how does okay, so decimal floating point. Xstat formats. Put formats numbers here. Precision. Okay, so default is 6, so I can just do f.1. Because I'm doing everything is, yeah, so just, or even f.0. Sure, good enough. Okay, and now I should be able to copy paste this into my other program. Okay, great. The formatting's fucked, but that's fine. Actually, let me just fix that real quick. No, that's no. Actually, there shouldn't be a space there. Let's just make sure that doesn't crash when I rerun it. Great, it works. Okay, right. So now we have this array. So we want to do what is it? Draw line Bezier cubic or draw spline. Draw spline Bezier cubic. Okay, so we got. Okay, so the number of points is. Wait, no, it's right. So it's Bezier data. Data last value point plus 1, and then okay, and now that should just. Oh, I broke something. Okay. Too many decimal points in number. Oh, that didn't. Okay. For some reason that did the opposite of what I wanted. Okay, we're just gonna fix that real quick. Oh, wait, no, I want okay, great. I'll just go over here. Wait, why is that not? Oh, okay. So okay, there's too many back sessions. Right. Fix that later. All right. Boop. Where are my back sessions? Where did I put them? Whatever. Okay. Anyway, so that should work if I press the. Okay, it is not in fact working. Because I mean, I just took the data out. Okay. Yes. Yes, you. I'm still listening. I'm running the same. Okay, well, it's getting this part. Okay, so that this part is working. Points. The number of points. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Drilling Bezier cubic. Trust blind busy cubic. Okay, so we got a constant vector 2 points, point count. Okay, vector 2. Oh! Wait, no, that should still work. It's just an array, right? How does... Okay, so I'm packing... Okay, so I'm not colliding with point. I'm not colliding with a line. Points... Okay, I'm just putting... Just points of the last valid point. So I'm adding... right? So my points array is just... It's just an array of vector 2s. Just, yeah, so why is it drawing a line instead of a spline? Oh, gosh. Busy data, that's what point plus 1, 10, okay. Well, first of all, I got a logic error here. Points of, yeah, that's x, dot x, there we go, dot. All right. So now, press 3, press escape, there we go, reload that. Yes, I do want to do that. Okay, control X. Control V. Yeah. Is that the same? It's actually the same vector I just made. I think it is. I think we have figured out a way to successfully move data around. Okay, and we've hit the roughly 2-hour minimum I like to hit for streams. Okay, cool. Let me just test that one more time. I'm gonna make a big weird one. Covers the whole screen. Right, so this is very distinctive. Cool. Right, so now we're gonna press 3. Yes, I want to reload. Okay, great. Now we got 21 points. There. Copy paste that back in here. Woo. Look at that. Oh, actually, I should have... Well, okay, I'm almost certain that's the same data, so... Yeah. So as far as I can tell, everything I want to work works. It's ugly right now because I've got I'm putting 6 decimal points after everything, but I'll fix it in post. We've got just barely metaprogramming. That's kind of exciting. Okay, well, thank you, C0. Thank you, Samuel Curtis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. For stopping by. Thanks, lurkers and VOD watchers. And I'll see you next time. This has been a Raylib. Have a great rest of your day.